Anybody who tells you that getting a full-time job in your field is easy, do not listen to them, because I'm telling you it's super hard. But if you're saying that unless you have a permanent residency you're not going to get a job, then that will be a lie as well. What's up people, welcome back to Internash. Last week somebody in our Facebook group Internash Study in Australia had posted that why are a lot of international students still thinking of going to Australia, because even after graduation companies are asking for permanent residency before giving a job, and students need permanent residency to get a job. And I saw a lot of traction, and I'm so glad this person had done this post, because we promote transparency in our Facebook group and even in our videos. We want to give the most transparent information to everybody who is in our group, following on our social media channels or following our videos. But one thing that I did not agree with was that all companies require permanent residency if they want to give us a job. And that's why I asked this question on our Instagram. So I posted a poll asking, do you guys think you need a PR if you want a full-time job? And over 250 people, 57% of all the people who participated in this poll said that yes, companies are asking for permanent residency. And in my personal opinion, I don't think we need a permanent residency if we want a full-time job. So that's why I wanted to create this video. Just wanted to know your opinion, so that I want you guys to write it in the comment section what do you think. And I wanted to give out my opinion, because I personally don't think that international students need to have a permanent residency, and only then they would get a full-time job in their field. So if you have the same doubt, this video is just for you. So check it out. So before I tell you my opinion, I want you guys to do two things. Number one, write your opinion in the comment section after this video, because the more opinion there are, the more transparency there is. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group Internash Study in Australia, or haven't followed us on our social media channels, all the links will be in the description, so don't forget to do that. Let's get back to the video. So why do I not think that companies need permanent residency? And primary reason is that I don't have a permanent residency. I graduated in July 2019, did my Masters of Business majoring in marketing. I had zero experience in marketing and ended up having a job 3 months after graduating as a digital marketing coordinator. And I did not have a lot of contacts or family when I came to Australia. So that's number one. A lot of my friends who were studying with me, whether it's IT, data science, engineering, marketing, a lot of other fields, they have also ended up with a job in their field. And if you're thinking that if you're an international student, you'll study from a good institution, or you'll study in Australia and then you'll get a job in Australia, then that will be wrong. Because at the same time, I have a lot of friends who have graduated 6 months back or 8 months back, and still they do not have a job in their field. They're still doing a lot of labor jobs, such as delivering pizzas or delivering different pamphlets, or just a job that they were doing in part-time but now they're doing in full-time. So anybody who tells you that getting a full-time job in your field is easy, do not listen to them, because I'm telling you it's super hard. But if you're saying that unless you have a permanent residency you're not going to get a job, then that will be a lie as well. So what I'm saying is that 100% it is hard to get a job in your field. It is hard to get a part-time job as well, especially in the current scenario when the whole world is dealing with a pandemic. You have to take right steps in order to get a job in your field after your graduation. And what are these right steps? Now, first thing that you gotta do is, after this video, you have to watch the video that I told you about how I got my full-time job after my graduation. So that will clear a lot of your doubts. Another thing is that I went to seek.com.au. That is the main job portal in Australia. And what I did was that I put different cities and then put different fields. For example, marketing, entry-level job, and in Melbourne. And then I looked at all the jobs that were there. and about 8 jobs out of 10 jobs did not require permanent residency. So you don't even have to listen to me. If you want to check for yourself, go to seek.com.au. That is the biggest job portal in Australia. Put your field there, put the city that you want to go in or the city that you are in, and go to each jobs and then check whether they require permanent residency or not. And I want you guys to write it in the comment section. What do you actually feel? Do you think that permanent residency is required? And if you think, then that is completely fine. That is your opinion. But we want to know, why do you think that a permanent residency is required to get a full-time job? Now let's talk about certain things that a lot of international students don't do, and that is the reason why they don't get a job. So one of the reasons why I got a full-time job was because I had proven my skills in social media marketing. I had developed multiple social media channels, and when they asked what do I know about social media in general, social media marketing, then I showed those channels. A lot of my friends had performed really well, not only in their unis, but also in the projects that they were doing. For example, if a friend of mine was doing project on Gillette, he reached out to managers in Gillette and asked them and built relations with them, asking them about their companies and if he could help with anything that they need. And that's how you build relation. I think one thing that majority of international students, including myself, is really bad at is creating relations, is maintaining relations with the people where we want a job. We all have great relations with our peers, with people who we are studying with, and that's not necessarily going to help us land a job. We need to build relations with people who are already 4, 5, 7, 10 years ahead of us, who are already working in corporates if that's where you want to take your career. So that is another thing that people do not do well. And the last thing that I think every international student should do is actually volunteer. Now, a lot of international students are like, we don't get paid, we don't want to volunteer. But honestly, it's not about whether you're getting paid or not, but it's about the benefits that you'll get from it. You won't get money because, almost every volunteer role is unpaid. But you'll build local experience. Number one, you'll get to know a lot of people. You'll have something credible to put on your CV. And all of these things, future employers, when you apply for a job, are going to look for. And that's why I think a permanent residency is not required, but international students will have to work a lot harder if we want a job in our field. Hope you love this video, guys. I want you guys to hit that like button because that helps this video reach out to more and more people. Please share this video with your friends and family so that if they have any doubts regarding studying in Australia or getting a job in Australia, we can help them clarify those doubts. If you are not following us on our social media channels, then all the links are given in the description. So don't forget to follow us on those social media channels so that you can participate in our polls. And if you want to meet people just like you, then join our Facebook group. It is called Internash, Study in Australia, in brackets, International Students. Hope you love this video, guys. See you in the next video.